let's work with this. So what is the topic for today? The topic is the conclusions and recommendations. So for that reason, here we have some slides about that. Please, Mr. Silva, could you read what are the conclusions in a project, please?
Eh, Here we have the results obtained for each objective.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So, what are the conclusions? The conclusions I mean, conclusions, here we have the results obtained for each objective. So pay attention to this. Results for each objective. What does mean that? You have three specific objectives. For that reason, you have three conclusions. So pay attention to this, Mr. Aus. Read, please, this objective.
To list the benefits of staying at home.
For example, this is my objective, to list the benefits of staying at home. Mr. Mateo Velastegui, read the conclusion, please.
The video has shown all the benefits for the people that stayed at home by following the rules successfully.
Very good, thank you. So here we have a mistake, I'm sorry. The correct spelling is S-T-A-Y-I-D. Yeah, this is my mistake. But follow this example. You have three specific objectives. For that reason, you must write three specific conclusions. Why? Because one conclusion is my result from one objective. My dear students, in this moment, open the chat, and in the chat, I will put a link, and this link is a paddle. Open the chat and open the following link. Yep. So here we have conclusions and recommendations. First, senior. So in this moment, Camila Guamba, please. Camila, give me, write your specific objective. Entitled, put your name, for example, teacher, and write your specific objective from your English project. Open your English project and write your specific objective, please. Camila Guamba, David Salazar, and Saida Bolaños. Please, you three guys, write your specific objectives in this moment. Copy, yes, copy from your project, because I know that you have in your project. So open your project, copy, paste in this paddle. In order to put examples, vamos a ponernos unos ejemplos reales de sus específicos, objetivos específicos, y sacar unas conclusiones para ayudarles más o menos cómo vas a hacer. So please, Ms. Guamba and the three students in total that I asked to write the specific objectives. Quickly, open the link and put, for example, I'm gonna put my example to identify the aspects why COVID-19 advance so fast in Quito. Yes? So this is the teacher's example to identify the aspects why COVID-19 advances so fast in Quito. This is my example, my specific objective. So in this moment, write yours. Yes. Yes. Quickly, the 3 students that I asked to write in this moment. Okay. So here we have my example. And here we have Zaidas Bolaños' specific objective. Okay. While you write very good, Camila Wamba. Yes, Camila Wamba writes, this is my specific objective. And I need Mr. Salazar. Salazar, I need your specific objective. Okay. Okay, I have 1 star and so on. Very good. So, pay attention to this. Very good. Know how isolation helped Nikito. Okay. Okay. So pay attention to, thank you for changing the color. Pay attention to this, guys. Here we have some mistakes, specifically this mistake that the moment that you write a specific objective, you have to put in infinitive. To Zaida Bolaños 2 and David Salazar 2. So for example, Camila Wamba says, teacher, my specific objective is to identify the problem that is caused by the COVID-19. That is a specific objective. I don't think so the specific objective is good. Yes, I don't think so it's good. Yes, I don't think so it's good. Zaida Bolaño, to know how COVID has affected Ecuador. In what? In economy, in education, for example. Yeah. And David Salazar, thank you, the microphone. David Salazar, to know how isolation helps in Quito. Okay. Let's have this. Thank you, the microphone, who is? Licenciado Wilson, muy buenos días. Okay, so in this moment, we are going to create the conclusions. Mr. Where is this guy? Mr. Tipan. We are going to choose Zaida Bolaños because it's the one of the best. Zaida Bolaños says, to know how COVID has affected Ecuadorian education. The moment that you create the video, you have to say it if you complete this objective. Yes, because what is a conclusion? A conclusion is a summary of an arguments by paraphrasing, pay attention to this, how you prove the objectives. So, Zaida Bolaños, the moment that you create the video, at the end, you have to write in conclusions, obviously, conclusions. The video shows the consequences that put Ecuador in an emergency. This is a conclusion. Notice this has a relation, the specific objective and my conclusion. Mr. Yepes, read Mr. Salazar example, please.
To know how insulation helps in Quito.
Very good. So, ¿cómo haríamos aquí una conclusión? Entonces, conocer cómo nos ha ayudado en Quito. Entonces podríamos poner el video. The video has shown the positive aspects of staying at home by following rules. My gosh. By following rules in order to help each other. So what does mean that my specific objective must have a relationship with my conclusion? For that reason, in the slide, it says that the conclusions are the results obtained for each objective. Yes? Let's continue. Recommendations. Please, Andrea Chiguano, could you read, please, what does recommendations mean? What do recommendations mean? I'm sorry. Andrea Chiguano, please.
Una recomendación sería tomar conciencia de lo que está pasando en el país.
Okay, good. But read this, please, Miss Andrea, and read the presentation that you have in your screen. Please read this. Andrea doesn't have that. Matias Silva, help me, please. Recommendations.
They must be addressed according to the following question. What should be done after? Who will do it? Where will it be done? When will you do it? Why should it be done? Will in aspect.
Very good. Thank you, Matthias. For example, here we have this. The students must follow the rules to avoid the spread of COVID-19 in Quito in this time of quarantine. So let's continue with Zaida Bolaños. I'm gonna erase this. I'm gonna erase the teacher's example, and I'm gonna erase this. So Zaida Bolaños, her objective is to know how COVID has affected Ecuadorian education. The conclusion is, teacher, when I finish the video, I say that my video shows the consequences that put Ecuador in an emergency. For example, the responsibility and so on. And then, Zaida Bolaños is gonna write the recommendations. So,
el seguir con las medidas de sanidad para evitar que se aumenten más contagios.
Yeah, very good. So, Miss Zaida's recommendation is according to the project. Oh, come on, I'm sorry. According to the project, it is said that people must follow rules in order to avoid the negative consequences of this pandemic. Yep. So notice this. I'm gonna change the color. I'm sorry. I'm gonna change the color because it is kind of strange. Okay. So Zaida Bolaños says, this is my specific objective, teacher. Thank you for the microphone. Who is speaking? Thank you so much. So, Zaida Bolaños says, teacher, my first specific objective is to know how COVID has affected Ecuadorian education. Teacher, the conclusions must have a relationship with a specific objective. So for that reason, my conclusion is the video shows the consequences that put Ecuador in emergency in all the aspects, mainly in education, because we do not have normal education, but online education. Yep. And Saida says, this is my recommendation, teacher. My recommendation is, according to the project, it is said that people must follow rules in order to avoid the negative consequences of this pandemic and avoid to be infected, blah, blah, blah. So what is the sum up? What is the sum up of this class? What is the sum up of this class? You have a specific objective, then the conclusion must follow a relationship with the specific objective, and then you have a recommendation. Saida, the second specific objective, as an example, Saida says, teacher, to list advantages of staying at home, yeah, in this pandemic. Perfect. Now, in this moment, a conclusion. So Saida says, okay, teacher, my specific objective was to list advantages. In conclusion, in my theoretical framework, I found some concepts and so on. So my conclusion is there are a lot of positive activities that people can do at home and by spending time with family. Yeah? And my recommendation is to be safe. It is necessary. I'm sorry. It is necessary to practice good habits and to be relaxed, avoiding stress and get frustrated. I'm sorry. So this is another example. This is another example. Another teacher's example. A specific objective to list advantages of staying at home in this pandemic. My conclusion, according to this specific objective, is there are a lot of positive activities that people can do at home by spending time with family. And my recommendation is to be safe. It is necessary to practice good habits and to be relaxed, avoiding stress and get frustrated. So, my dear students, do you have any question? No problem. If you don't have any question, my dear students, thank you so much. Work in the project. Please complete successfully. And goodbye, students. Take care and goodbye.